Doing great, and how are you?
I am perfectly fine as well. Any plans for today? What special are you doing?
I am. I have started reading a book. I would finish that deep work um, by Cal Newport.
Oh, all right.
So I
Okay.
have to finish that one.
Okay. What is it about?
It's a self-improvement book. It's like uh, how should one be deep involved in his or engrossed in his work and not waste time on social medias and something like that.
Mhm. Understandable. Understandable to be more and more productive. That kind of
Yeah,
self improvement book. Okay.
right.
Shall we begin with the session? Any doubt before that?
Yeah, we shall.
Okay. Today will be all about world records. Now,
Yeah.
what is your take on world record? Do you think holding a world record it is a big deal, or do you feel that it is nothing? It's a minute, minuscule thing.
I cannot say it is a minuscule thing because it certainly is great if somebody has some or the other world record. For example, while preparing for this session, I went through some of or the other records that I had listened somewhere. For example, I had listened about the longest dance marathon, and the record was held by someone Indian for 123 hours. That was in my mind. But when I searched, it has been broken by a Nepalese girl, and I mean, she uh, overdone the Indian girl by 3 hours. So she now holds record of dancing regularly for 126 hours, which is, of course, great.
126 hours. That would be how many days?
Uh, it's
126.
like
Let's see if
five
it is
five
not.
days, 5 days and 6 hours.
All right. Yeah. 120, right? Okay. So that's how it has been that continuously, like, were there water breaks, food breaks, anything like that?
I didn't go through that detail. Of course, there might be some or the other rules according to which it has been decided that what will be counted in that regularity of 126 hours. So there might be some rule from the record holder, sorry, record maker or what.
Yeah,
Both are
yeah, yeah.
same.
Both would be fine.
Both are same. And I'm talking about the institution that gives the certification. So there might be some rule on the basis of which they are taking these numbers out, that how would we consider, because at 126 hours is too long. And like
Yes.
the another record being held by some Peter Powers of sleeping for 188 hours regularly. That is around 8 days, 4 hours less than the 8 days.
All right. Okay. How is that even possible? Like, that person must have woken
Like
up at least once, twice, thrice.
maybe uh,
Or did they take
uh,
any sleeping pill or something? Something just doesn't fit right. Understandable. So
so
many weird
so
ones.
when people have this kind of records, so we will certainly appreciate them, whoever is holding this record. And of course, it is great thing to have. Or like there are
Absolutely.
some records that I can explain. For example, I have always told you that I am much into music. So Kumar Sanu holds the record of recording 28 songs in a single day.
Oh my God.
So
Okay.
it's like recording one song takes maybe one song in a single day. That is something
Exactly.
excellent, in fact.
All right, so these people, they have some special talent. Not everyone can do all of it. Not everyone is
Yeah,
talented enough to do all of it.
right.
Mm, understandable. All right, then. Now, let's come to the weirdest world records that you have heard of. Anything that you came across and you found it really weird. That why is it even important? Why was that even recorded? Anything like that?
Uh, no, I
Nothing
have
like
not came across any that kind of record because I generally do not pay attention to this. It's like if I'm
understandable.
reading newspaper and something comes across, it is okay. Like that, I talked about the dancing. So it was
Understand.
in my mind that there is some girl, the South Indian girl, who has record of dancing for 123 hours regularly. But when I searched, it's now saying that some Nepalis is there. So it has been broken and a new
Mhm.
record is set by some Bandana.
Got it. All right, then. Let's try to understand the stress that a person goes through when they hold a world record or when they want to break a world record. What psychological and physical stress do you think they might go through?
Of course, if it's like if somebody plans to do break a record, they will have to plan it in a certain way and they will have to go through all those long hours of practicing and all. So there would be some kind of tension for sure. But as it is said, that only if you are devoted to something, you would be able to achieve. So in that case, if someone is looking for a record, I think he or she should be more strong mentally than being nervous and something like that. So if they have planned and they are getting coaching for that, so they might be more strong and more powerful to do it and more enthusiastic to do it at the same time. And in that case, of course, it is tough for sure, but if they are not devoted, it is impossible for them to break the record.
That's true. That's true. You have to be strong mentally,
Yeah,
willingly, emotionally, in every way you can so that you can actually stay in that place and work hard for it. Okay. Let's do this thing now that I'll tell you a world record and you have to think how we can achieve it, or we should say how you can achieve it, and what
yeah,
challenges you might face in that journey. Let's do it.
right.
Okay,
Go for
let's
it.
start with the longest fingernail. So, what will you do to
Uh,
achieve it, and what challenges will you face?
I will not ever consider it a record
Okay.
because I cannot hold my nails more than 10 days. It's like I'll I'll cut it every. Okay, yeah, I can, but like I'm being more uh,
Honest.
what more honest towards this,
Mm-hmm.
and like in general talking, what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would feel and what I would think.
yeah. I completely understand that, and of course, it would be very unhygienic having long nails and all.
Yeah,
You wouldn't want that. But let's just imagine that now
it's
you've
like
decided.
sometimes even if I say some girls having this long, maybe 1 or 2 inch long for like they used to decorate it and they enjoy it, but I cannot say it properly. If someone is having that long, I would keep myself away from those people. Otherwise, I mean, I just to avoid. Otherwise, I would say something which would not be required to say, or which would, I mean, disrespect the person.
All right then. So you would stay away from those kind of people. You feel that it would be very uncomfortable to have
Yeah,
that long nails.
of course.
Understandable.
And what about you? Have you ever had that long nail, or have you ever thought of having?
It is impossible for me because even if my nail, like, if I don't know if you can see it, but I have clipped it
Yeah,
today itself. So I
Yeah.
cannot grow it. Like, even if there is like this minor thing, I have to chop it off. That's why I've never had long nails. It's very unhygienic. It gets dirty.
Okay.
That's the only thing. Let's imagine that you still get those nails. Then try to think
Yeah.
of what challenges you'll face in your day to day life if you have like this much nails from here to here.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe something that coming in my mind right now. I cannot, speak here.
Okay. What
And
about eating food?
of course, it's like it is impossible to eat with that long name
Mm-hmm.
and impossible to do other things as well.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah.
What about any other day to day activity? Do you write or do you type, which it can cause trouble with?
Yeah, of course. It would create trouble in writing and typing as well. Or it would create trouble in everything. Even if like I'm sleeping and
Uh-huh.
it would be impossible to sleep properly. It would
Mm-hmm.
hurt in some or the other
That's true. And what if by mistake you poke your eye or someone else's eye? It can be very
way.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Let's think of the next world record. It is about the longest hair. So, if you want to
Okay.
set that, what challenges you'll face and what you will do
So
to get long hair.
you can see my hair,
Mm-hmm.
and I would love to have some girl having this long hair because
Mm-hmm.
it generally suits on them, as per my viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So if some girl is having long hair, maybe up to their knee,
Oh
it
my
is
god.
it is good.
Mm-hmm.
But generally up to waist that is required, not that long.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if it is
Let me.
about world record, it can be up to their ankle as well. Like they are walking and maybe they are sweeping their floor behind from their hair. So that would also be great thing. Somebody if think they can go for this record, I would enjoy it,
Mhm. Okay.
watching.
Let me make those questions a little bit more clear. So,
Yeah.
all these nails and hair thing, I'm asking you, what will help someone achieve it? So, what do they have to do to get long hair, to get long nails? Like consuming nutrients, having some vitamin E and stuff that could be needed. Then, what challenges they'll face? That is the day to day thing. Like that, how would you say someone can get long hair? What do they have to do?
Okay. So of course, like you said, you already said that they would need some or the other kind of nutrients, and they will have to go with some or the other expert advice how to do, what to do, and how to maintain it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said about the hair, it can be taken care of. Like if I talk about the challenges, uh, it would be a little easier than the nail part. If someone is going to get their big nail, that would be more challenging than having long hair.
Mm. That's true. That's true. Hair they can tie up and like control everything.
Yeah.
Nails they can't tie up. They have to use their fingertips.
Or I would love to have the record of having no hair, baldness. It's it's
Okay.
awesome. Just like save your hair
Yeah.
and be recorded in the book.
Many people
It's
shave their head.
it's like
Many
who
people.
can save throughout the year, who has for the longest hour or the longest time has no hair on their head. So they need to save it every hour maybe.
Yeah. Something like that. So you will be fine with that, shaving regularly every few hours.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right then. Okay. Let's come to the next one. In this one, it is the record of most grapes eaten by foot. So, what
Hmm.
skills are required here? What do we have to achieve it? And so on and so forth.
Most, uh, I mean, of course, there need to be some kind of obsession and some madness. Otherwise, why would anyone eat grapes with their leg or foot?
Yeah. Mhm.
So I certainly am not that kind of mad person. I would not go for it.
We can use that phrase here: someone in their right mind will not eat the
Yeah,
grape. That someone in their right mind. Let's
someone in
just
their right mind.
imagine. Let's just imagine
I'm
that you're
just
going
trying
to
to
do.
make it more interesting.
Okay,
Otherwise, I would have tried to come up with proper answers,
okay, okay.
but but I'm trying to make this conversation interesting.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I get your
Hmm.
point. Okay, so you feel that only crazy people will do it. Any sane
Of course,
person
of
would
course.
avoid it. Okay. Now, if the sane person is getting billions of dollars, then I think eating with foot is possible, right?
Yeah, maybe, but
Maybe.
even at that time, it would not be possible for me. I would not go for it.
What, really?
Yeah.
Have you seen those ads where they are like walking on the dough, which becomes bread later on? Yeah, they have to
Um,
like walk on the dough, then it becomes bread, pasta, and everything else.
okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah, so
right.
food is like used everywhere.
Yeah, of course, it is used.
But you wouldn't do it for money? You're saying that?
Yeah, right.
Understandable. Okay, someone else is doing. Okay, let's understand that. What skills do you think are required to eat the grapes with the foot?
One need to be agile and very much uh, I mean, physical fitness is required there for sure. Because if someone is eating with their foot, of course, to take your food to up to your mouth is an uphill task, and it can be done only by those who are fit. So that physical fitness is there, and of course the craziness is there.
Yeah, craziness is one
Yeah,
necessity. Then physical fitness. We can also call it flexibility
yeah,
because you should
flexibility.
be.
I was looking for this word, and
Yeah,
it
that's
was not coming in my
no worries. I got you. So flexibility is needed, and they have to keep their foot clean and all so that they don't ingest any germ.
mind. Yeah, of course. That is very simple because it's like if we can keep our hands clean, why can't we keep our foot clean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and foot should always be clean. Like I would hate
Yeah,
if there is like a dirt of speck of dirt on the foot. That isn't
right,
hygienic
right.
at all. All
Same
right,
pinch on that.
same thing. Yeah, and like I always wear slippers at home as well to keep my foot clean. I don't know if you do it.
Sometimes even it is in my room. Some people do not allow in room,
Yeah, yeah.
but I keep it in my room as well.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. Is this your room? You have hanged the map and all, or is it
Yeah.
the room? Okay. Is like geography your favorite subject or something, or
No,
geography?
no. It
What?
is just an old one, the map of India.
All right.
So
Do
I
you
have
like
not
read
removed
it?
it. Yeah.
Okay. Do you read it regularly? Learn the states and their capitals?
I used to learn it. Now I do not require it because it's almost there in my mind which state is where on the map.
Okay. All right. If I ask you the capital of Arunachal Pradesh, what is it?
Itanagar.
Yeah, okay. It was an easy one. Okay, fine. Let's come back to our world
Yeah,
records.
if you would have asked me the capital of some or other countries,
No.
I might have forgotten. But if
Mm-hmm.
it is about Indian states and their capital,
You
it is
know.
there in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. Remembering the world capitals is definitely difficult. What is the
Yeah,
capital of Australia?
it is Canberra.
Between Sydney. You're certain Sydney is not the capital?
I think it is Canberra,
All right.
or maybe there some maybe some rule that some states have two or three capitals.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the uh, Hyderabad is going for that. They
Yeah.
have planned in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Amravati and something like this is going to be financial capital. This is going to be administrative capital. So there might be some that kind of thing.
No, no, it is not necessary because that is the only state I know from Australia. That's why I keep thinking Sydney, but you're probably right. All right, then. Yeah, let's come back to it. We went to geography. Let's come to another one here. Longest journey by public transport.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would be the challenges? What skills are needed? Not the skills, but what are the requirements of this challenge?
If I try to mold this question,
Mm-hmm.
I would go for a record by longest journey by foot. Someone
Okay.
if is able to walk from Kanyakumari to uh,
Jammu.
Jammu and Kashmir. That would
Mm-hmm.
be a challenging one. That would be a proper record in my viewpoint,
Mm-hmm.
in my eyesight, if I say.
That's true, and it is
And for
possible.
that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it is possible if somebody can walk around 40 kilometer a day, and that would be an absolute task. Like if someone runs a walk 40 kilometer a day, they will have to cover almost, uh,
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
know
the
about the
distance.
particular.
Of course, I also forgot it.
It could be around 2,000, 2,500
Yeah.
maybe.
No, no,
Like
more than that.
more than that,
Yeah,
3,000,
around. I cannot say anything. Around 4,000 maybe,
4,000. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
or maybe more than that.
Really? I'm very skeptical because usually. Okay, maybe it is possible. Maybe it is possible. Yeah,
Yeah,
so tell me, they should have that capacity to walk so much?
yeah. They will have to prepare for this. Like the physical fitness is required there, and along with that, they need to carry their basic things uh, which they would use during the journey. So for that purpose, they need some carry bag or proper carry bag or even the tent or something like that. That if they are reaching to some place where they are unable to find any dhaba or any even something like that, so they will have to make their own makeshift tent and all to stay at night. So that would be more challenging, of course.
Yeah, or maybe they can popularize on social media, make friends in
Yeah,
every city.
yeah, right. That could be the proper way of doing this.
Mhm. All right then. Okay.
And if I talk about the by public transport, I think if I cover by train, uh, I can cover also like more than 5 or 6 times, just roaming around here and there from one point to another point in our country. So
Understandable. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, it would be really easy considering public transport, especially in our India, is pretty affordable as well. You just
yeah.
need time. That's it. Okay. One last one. It is about the oldest person. How can we achieve it? What all do we need to do to become the oldest person?
Okay. We do not need to do anything special. Let it
Mm-hmm.
be in general way. Just take care of ourselves, our health and all, and wait for the day. We might, if we live up to that time, it would be easy. But I would certainly not like to hold this record.
Okay, why not?
Because I do not want to live up to that long.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any reason that you don't want to live up to that long? There has to be like a reason,
Uh,
solid reason for that.
I would like to live up to that time when till the time I'm able to play cricket on the field.
Okay, sounds
Just,
like a good one. Okay. So this is something that you don't want to do, but if you want to become the oldest person, you have to take care of yourself and do nothing else.
yeah, right,
Also,
right.
staying at home or staying in a safe place so that you don't become a part of any accident. Staying in a safe
Yeah,
zone can also
right,
help you.
right, right.
Okay, now I'll wrap up this session here. Everything went well. The gestures I feel were missing. Were you using the hands?
Okay, yeah. I was at some time.
Okay, because I couldn't see them, so that's one thing.
Yeah,
Since I wouldn't say that if you're moving them like really below or you're using them up, do
yeah, yeah.
remember to use
It's
the
like
gesture
because of the mobile
camera.
camera.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no worries at all. Just wanted to make sure. And then apart from that, we'll focus on getting the right word at the right time. Here comes
yeah, of
using
course.
synonyms and all the related words. If any word is being used multiple times, like you are using fitness, fitness again. So let's try to go for some synonym which will fit for that word. With fitness,
Right,
we will
right,
say doing well with your body, taking care of your body. When it is
right, right.
movable, then slowly flexible will come to your mind. So keep using related words. And that phrase, do remember it, someone in their right mind. Someone in
Yeah.
their right mind would never do this. Things like that. Okay. Yeah,
And
this is the.
another record that I would like to share with you,
Oh, okay.
the
What is the record?
couple having most number of child. The
Oh, what
couple
is
who has produced most number of child. So
what is
there
the
is a
number?
couple 69.